Foxy, congratulations on the new job. What's immediate feelings coming in and first day joining back with the Socceroos?
Yeah, great. Like really honoured and proud. You know, you always as a young kid, you really dream about playing for the Socceroos. Then I was able to experience that, and then going into the coaching side, you know, you always dream of someday being involved with the national team. And I'm very proud and honoured to be given the opportunity to work with the Socceroos, and in particular Tony Popovic.
Yeah, can you give us some insight? What was the phone call like? What was it? Did you need much convincing? What was it like in terms of when he gave you a shout and offered you the job?
Yeah, he spoke to me, told about his vision for the national team and how he wanted the environment to look like. I've worked in the environment with him before, so I know how he works, and he didn't have to convince me. I was really, okay, what's the role consist of and when do we start?
Can you share with us some of those messages in terms of what he wants the environment to be like and, you know, maybe points of difference about what makes the Tony Popovic team special?
No, well, he just coaches in a lot of detail, and he coaches not only the technical and tactical side of the game, but really the mentality side of the game. And what it means to be a professional footballer and how he can create an elite environment, not only for the playing group, but also for all the staff. And that's what he does very well. He's got detail of all aspects of the game, not only technically and tactically, but also around and psychologically as well. So it's a big asset. It's a big job. He's ready for that job, and I'm happy to be able to support him.
What excites you about this current playing group and what you guys can do with them moving forward?
Yeah, there's a real sense of there's a lot of young ones and freshness there, which is great. There's some experience, which is fantastic to have that good blend. And players are improving. You can see the players that have come out of the A-League system and gone into the European system, and they're improving and they're playing at some big clubs. You know, the media and a lot of people talk, ex-Socceroos talk about, you know, the crop, where are this? If you have a look at the crop of these players now, a lot of them are playing in the top leagues around the world, and they're playing at good clubs and a good level, and that can only help. So it's exciting times for the Socceroos, for sure.
And you sort of spoke about it a little bit at the start, but can you speak a little bit about what playing for the Socceroos means to you, and how do you sort of convey some of that message to the players as well?
Yeah, look, it's always, everyone will prepare and look at it in their own way, in their, you know, in what type of character they are. Some are more vocal, some hide things. That's the nature of the team setup, but it's something you dream of as when you're a kid. And if that's watching the Olympic Games or watching football or watching, it doesn't matter. You always, you know, try and imitate and emulate of someone that you're looking up to be part of some type of history or some part of the game that you want to be involved in. And I had that as a player. It didn't matter if the beauty of the Socceroos when we were coming through is it didn't matter if you started, if you were on the bench or if you weren't in the squad. We all had the same type of camaraderie that we wanted to do really well. And we wanted to work for each other and work hard for each other. And that's what we were able to do during them many years of having quite a lot of success, especially the back end of our generation.
And wanted to ask as well, with some experience playing in Japan, is there something that you can take from that? Are you still up on Japanese football?
Yeah, that would help.
And particularly with fixtures coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, because I spent 2 years in Japan, so I know a little bit how the Japanese think. I know their mentality, and I know then, you know, their vulnerabilities, but I also know their strengths. And that doesn't change. That culture doesn't change. It's kind of pretty rigid, and everything's by the book with them. So yeah, there's going to be some good insight for us that we've played there and experienced the Japanese culture and playing style and playing way that we can take advantage of, I think.
And that in particular is a big game, but they're all going to be big games coming up as we look to qualify for the World Cup. Can you speak a little bit about what that means? It was something that you never had the chance to do, but also the appetite to really take it to some of these teams.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, we prepare for China. That's it. We prepare for China, we prepare them well, we put a good performance in, and then the results will take care of themselves. So that's number one. But the vision I wasn't able to do as a player, to go to a World Cup, to able to do that and envision myself standing on the sideline, preparing, getting ready to play at a World Cup, that really motivates me and excites me and gives me goosebumps. Looking at that final goal, in 2 years' time. But first and foremost, we need to prepare for China. That's it.